Good morning. Merry Christmas. It is Sunday morning. It is the day of Christmas, and I'm guessing many of you are getting ready to gather around your tree with your kids. Enjoy your time with your family, but be sure to start with Jesus. I remember, first of all, when I woke up this morning, my heart was filled with joy. I can't even express to you the joy that filled my heart. Now I'm going to be honest with you. Yesterday was kind of hard. I'm not around family and didn't have any meal, although I did visit with some friends in the evening. And so I thought about this yesterday, that I could have been really depressed because I wasn't with family, because I wasn't hanging out with someone. And I refused to go there. And this morning when I woke up, today's the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I was also reminded today is the day we celebrate the birth of Christ. And my heart was filled with joy. I remember waking up when I was a kid in Christmas, couldn't hardly get to 6 o'clock. We were up running down to check underneath the tree, see what was there. I remember the excitement of that day. I couldn't hardly wait. My grandparents were coming over. There were presents underneath the tree. There was a good meal. My grandma always cooked, which she was a phenomenal cook. And I was just so excited for the day. Today, some years later, my mom has been gone for well over 20 some years. My grandparents have been gone. My family's getting older. They're all spread out. And it's just different. But the joy that was in my heart today was a greater joy than I probably ever have had. And you might ask why. Because, in the midst of the heartache of the holidays, because heartache comes. I've done several funerals here recently, and I know many others have. We think about my mom's been gone for some years, and I was a mama's girl, and I miss her terribly. But the joy that fills my heart is a joy that's based on a God who loves me so much that in the midst of my sin, He asked His Son to come and to live among us. And today we celebrate His birth. Christ has come. He's given away. He is the light. He reveals the darkness. He heals wounds. He's come for the lost. He heals the sick. He causes the blind to see and the deaf to hear. We deserve God's wrath. And yet, in the depths of God's love, He asked His Son to come and to walk among us. And so I've been thinking about Philippians 2, chapter 2, verse 6. Jesus existed in the form of God, yet He gave no thoughts to seizing equality with God as His supreme prize. Instead, Jesus emptied Himself of His outward glory by reducing Himself to the form of a lowly servant. He became human. He humbled Himself and became vulnerable, choosing to be revealed as a man, and was obedient. He was a perfect example, even in His death, a criminal's death by crucifixion. This is how much God loved us, that even though we deserved God's wrath, even though we deserved to be eternally separated from God, God asked His Son, Son, I know you've got it best. You're on the throne with me. You've got everything that you could possibly ask, but would you take on the form of being a human, of being a servant? And would you go and live among them? They won't even follow you. In fact, they will nail you to the cross. But would you go? Would you serve them? Would you love on them? Would you give your life up for them? So that when they say yes to you, they can be in relationship with us. This is how much He loves you. It doesn't matter how many steps you've taken away from God. He keeps stepping after you, inviting you to follow Him. Is Christmas hard? Yeah, it's hard because we've lost a lot of loved ones. It's hard because we didn't get what we wanted. It's hard because we can't provide a lot for our families. But it's the most joyous time because we have a God that has given his very life to make us right with him, so that when our life here is done on earth, we can spend eternity with him. But while we're here on earth, he can continue to grow in us, to heal our wounds, to help us to see, help us to understand, so that even here on earth, we can be loved by him, and we can love others with the love of Christ. My heart is filled with joy today because of how much he loves me. I don't know where you are this Christmas. I don't know what your struggles are. I'm not trying to minimize them. I know they're real and they're hard. But wherever you're at, know that today came because of God's love for you. It doesn't make Christmas centered around you, but this is how much he loves you. He's inviting you to center your life around him, the one who gave his life for you. He loves you so much. So my prayer for you today is that no matter if it's a good day surrounded by family and friends with lots of packages under the trees, or maybe it's a hard day because you're missing your most loved one, may your Christmas today begin with Christ, and may it end with Christ. May you find rest, healing, and hope in how much he loves you, that in the midst of your sin, he has come to walk with you. In the midst of your sin, my sin too, he's come with the intention of doing a deeper work in us, that we might look like Christ, love like Christ, live like Christ, that we would live in eternity with him. May your Christmas be filled with his hope, his mercy, his light, his peace. Know you are loved, my good friends. Merry Christmas to you. God bless. If you are looking for a place to worship, we will be live at 10 right here on these channels. If you'd like to join us at Maryville Church of the Nazarene in Maryville, Missouri, it's 1139 South Munn. All are welcome. We're just going to love on Jesus today and listen to what it is that he has for us today. God bless you.